Hi, I'm Felicia Jakes Cunningham. This is Diaspora Kidslick. We are now on the next leg of our reading challenge. Our journey is taking us to the beautiful island of Barbados. This one's extra special because BIM is like my second home. And today it is a pleasure to have with us one of those amazing, talented Bajan authors, Terri-Ann Hopkin. TerriAnn is an early years educator, so she understands the importance of promoting literacy to enhance our children's development. And I'm excited you're here today with us, TerriAnn.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here with you too.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I wish I was in Barbados though. As part of our reading challenge, we read Bajan Baby, What Do You See? And it really highlights the delights the island has to offer in a way which it really highlights Bajan culture. And it's just depicted brilliantly, and the illustrations are stunning. And I would really highly recommend it to parents, for their children. I'd love to know where you got the inspiration to write this book from.
I got the inspiration from the Bajan baby herself, my daughter Ariel, when she was about 18 months old, around between 18 months and 2, somewhere around there. I was pregnant actually with my son, Daniel, and Ari was so curious. She was so inquisitive, always asking questions. And at that stage, the language development takes it to another level, every day they're saying new words and asking more and more questions. So my husband and I would take her. We used to go to the beach a lot. The main place we took her, honestly, was the beach. But we would take her different places and she would ask questions. We would try our best to answer them. But the idea really came when she started asking, Mommy, what's that over there? We were going down Oysters Hill. That's the hill, Oysters Hill, right? Yeah. And you could see the sea way off in the distance. She said, what's that, boat? I said, yes, the boat. She said, what's the boat doing? I said, the boat is sailing. She asked me if the boat was swimming. I said, no, the boat is sailing. So when we got to the beach now, she's asking all these questions. What's that? So then I started asking her, what do you see? So she can then describe to us what she sees at the beach. And as we take her to different places around the island, we would just encourage her to describe what she sees. We try our best to answer questions. And we really just wanted to expose her to little bits of her country, Barbados, give her that bigger understanding that her world is more than mommy and daddy in a house or the daycare or church. You live in a country which is full of endless adventures. So the inspiration honestly came from her and her curiosity and her, I guess, yearning to learn new things. And my love for language and literacy development, I decided what better way to capture it all than to write a book for Ariel and for my future children, the children of Barbados and the children of the world, because it's really for everybody. Yeah. Inspired by my children, for all the children of the world.
And that's beautiful. And I love that, to inspire all the children of the world.
All the children.
It's so important to travel to different places, and books are one of the ways we can actually do that.
Exactly.
So how did you then make the shift of your daughter being the inspiration and then saying, oh, right, I'm an author now. I'm going to put this into a manuscript and I'm going to publish it?
Well, honestly, as you know, I'm a teacher as well. So every single year in Barbados, the first term in the early childhood level, we teach all about me, my country, my family, my school. My country independence will fall into my country because our independence is in November. That's in the first term. And then Christmas. Every single year, it's the same thing. And after doing the same thing over and over, for me, I get tired. And even though it's different children I'm teaching, I'm still looking for different ways to teach the same thing to make it more meaningful and to be more impactful for the children. So I started searching for age-appropriate materials that would help me execute my lessons and stuff. I realized there aren't many books. There were not any children's books about Barbados when I first started. There were
Wow.
none that I discovered. Correct me if I'm wrong, if some existed before 2020, but there were none. So I'm like, I need to do something for my kids. Because when I actually started with Usuri Designs, I think that was in 2019, when I decided, you know what, let me get this book published. I don't know what to do. I saw this book design company on Instagram and I reached out and I said, I want to get this book out there for the children of Barbados first and foremost, and then, share it with the rest of the world. So that was it. Basically, from my experience in the classroom, I saw what was lacking in terms of resource materials to effectively execute the curriculum and to make more meaningful teaching and learning experiences for the children. And I am, once I put my mind to something, I just go for it. I always have the support of my husband and my parents. They're very, very supportive. I have a few very good friends who are always there for me as well. So, I ran the idea by them and I got to go ahead. Yes, TerriAnn, this is good. Go for it. And I went for it.
Yeah, it's amazing because you have the idea and then to actually put it out there. What do you have any tips for? Did you ever think of traditionally publishing, or did you go straight to self-publish? And if you,
when I first started, I was clueless. I knew nothing about the literary world, publishing and all this stuff. Just what you see in movies, honestly. And the movies don't really give you the real nitty-gritty of it. So I did my research. I went online. I did a lot of reading. I checked out Amazon distribution. I would have reached out to one or two children's publishers. I just looked at the back of some of my children's books to see who published it. I just asked a few questions. Most of them say you need to get an agent. So I'm like, okay, how am I going to find an agent? It was just too much. I'm like, yeah, you can do this yourself, okay? You go, girl.
Yes, girl.
So I just did it myself. I self-published. I own and direct Charity Kids, where I do a reading club and vacation camps. Right now it's online because of the whole COVID situation. So I self-published under Charity Kids. And I decided I will expand the umbrella of Charity Kids beyond just a reading club and vacation camps. And I will do whatever I want to do to promote language and literacy development under my Charity Kids.
And I love that. I love that, do it yourself. I love that entrepreneurship.
Yeah. That's the only way you can really get it done the way you want it done,
Yes. Without all of the other stuff going on. So for all of those authors out there, because there's so many people kind of, I want to be an author, I've got this idea. Do you have like tops, if they're going to self-publish, do you have any top tips for them that you would say before they step into that journey?
Yes. Tip number one, believe in yourself. Full stop. Don't seek validation from anyone except if they really giving some meaningful contribution to your vision, your journey, your dream, right? That's tip number one, right? And now a little more practical now. Know what you want and stick to it. Yes, you can take tips from other people, the people who matter, the professionals who can give you proper guidance. You can take the tips, but you are the only one who know your vision. You know what you want, stick to it. When I was working with the book designer, it was really challenging for me because I could see what I wanted in my mind, even though I would have typed up and I thought I described each page to a T.
Yeah.
I said, I want this here, this there, I want this, that, and the third on the page. When I got the first draft, the second draft, the 10th draft, I'm like, but I clearly said I wanted Melisali to be wearing this particular color earrings, these things, this, on this page, I want the girl to be pointing. I want the monkey to, you have to stick to your guns. You know what you want, it's your book. Even though someone else might be designing it for you, it's yours. So don't back down. It's what you want. If you want a stick man and hair, you are paying the person to give you a stick man and hair, right? Don't back down. You're the boss, right? It's your dream. You're paying for a service. Make sure you get whatever service you ask for. That's a very critical tip, I think. Choose your illustrator. Yes, even if you go to a book designer, I still think you should have an idea before you go of the style of artwork you want, right? Instagram, a friend of mine introduced me to Instagram a very few years ago, and I love it. Everything is there. You could just type in children's book illustrators or children's illustrators, anything like that. Look at all the millions of different styles out there, and you can reach out to the people on your own if you want to, just to get an idea of what they do and the types of packages they offer and so on. So when you're ready to put it all together, you have all the information. And you know whether you're being shortchanged or not. You know whether you're being overcharged or not. You know the exact style you want for your people, your animals, your things. You just have your clear vision board for your book. You have all the factors to guide you. In terms of printing and stuff, some book designer companies have their own printers. So make sure you get all that information before you sign the dotted lines. Make sure your stuff is copyrighted. Make sure when you're finished, the end product is yours.
Yes.
Right? If you're self-publishing, make sure it's yours. You can do whatever you want with the images. I took my image, I made this image into a puzzle.
Oh, lovely.
This is a puzzle. I took a page from the book. I made it into a puzzle. It's mine, right? So make sure it's yours. You can do whatever you want with it. Do your spell checks, of course.
Yeah, editing, yeah.
Editing, everything is on the internet. If you want to purchase your own ISBN, everything is on the internet. Just Google it. Apparently there are different categories based on the part of the world in which you live. Everything is online. So do your research before you dive in with anybody. I think those are the most critical tips I can give.
Thank you so much. That is so much. That's like a little mini breakdown of how to self-publish. We spoke about you being an educator and how vital it is that children are exposed to diverse literature to support them, developmentally. How key is it? You work with children every day. So can you tell us how key, literacy is for them?
It is key, full stop. That's how key it is. It is just critical. Without functional literacy, you cannot operate in the world. You need to learn to read and stuff. And I think it's very important for children to be exposed to diverse literature. They need to be able to see themselves in the book they read. When they see themselves, it helps with their reading comprehension because they gain a better understanding of the print they're reading or the words they're hearing. It becomes more enjoyable as they find meaning, and then in turn, it helps them to want to learn to read more because they can relate to what they're seeing, what they're hearing. It makes more authentic connections to real life experiences. Like I told you, my daughter, just taking her to the beach and taking her different places. We would even now, my husband and I, we have 3 children now.
Yeah.
We take them to different places in Barbados, sometimes with the book. Like, look at the book. We saw this in the book. Look, it's there. We took them to different places in Barbados. And they were able to make that real connection from the book to reality and vice versa. Sometimes my baby, the youngest, he's 1. He said, look, Blackbird. Betu Betty book. He said he calls a Bajan baby book, Betu Betty book. Like, look, Blackbird, Betu Betty book. We don't have the book, but he could see blackbirds outside.
Yeah.
Right. So and they will be able to recognize that differences exist in the real world, and it's okay because then they gain a sense of self-worth and self-identity and self-affirmation. Because when you look in the book, you see someone with your similar features. Someone that looks like the people in your community. You see them in a book, in many different books, doing many different things in many different places. So you're really opening their worlds, like on so many different levels. Just you're harnessing that yearning, that desire to learn to read and want to just know more about the world. I'm noticing there are many books about there, many different topics. So if your child is interested in sports, you could get books that have people that look like them, characters that look like them, who are very successful at sports. That would then inspire your child to want to be like that person.
Mm.
many books about hair now, you know, little girls.
Yes.
Younger, I wanted to have long straight hair like Rapunzel.
Yeah.
But now our daughters know it's okay to have this kind of hair. You know, it's like, oh,
Exactly.
my afro is big today, mommy. Look at me.
Yes.
And you can they see it in the books. They see some now on TV, and when they step outside, when they go to town or to the mall,
Mm.
they see people that look like them. So when you bring it in the books, they want to read. What is this story about? What do I see? What can I learn? And it's just a magical key to lifelong learning. To sum it up,
It is. It is such
it
a
is.
key to that lifelong
Yeah.
learning. And but like you said, when we were young, we didn't have that. And so we had a representation, maybe a different representation of self. And I love it. This is what I'm
Yeah.
so passionate about, that I can go and find a book that looks like my children on many topics today. And I just hope
Many,
that
many
people keep on
topics.
doing it because it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
And on
And
that note, I was going to ask you, do you have any more books coming out or
yes, I
new
do.
projects? Yeah,
Of course
yeah,
I do.
yeah.
I have my second book, Belgian Baby Count With Me.
Oh, wow.
My son, the one I was pregnant with when I penned this one, he will be on the cover and he will be on a little adventure, our favorite place, the beach,
Yeah.
here and there, still exploring the different things he sees, but he's counting. So this one is even more simple. Even Belgian Baby is super simple. What do you see? This
Mm.
one is even more simple because he's just counting stuff. It's the same kind of rhyming type, and it still tells a very short story of a little boy exploring the beautiful waters that
Wow.
surround our beautiful Barbados. I have book 3. It's almost finished 10. Of course, my third child will be on there. His name is Ezekiel. He's the 1 year old.
Yeah.
And I actually have, a number of projects in the works, but I hope that book 2 will be available by December. I really hope.
Oh, wow. That's great. So check, don't forget to check that out.
Of
And
course, I will post it on the Instagram page for sure.
yeah, exactly. And that's what I was going to ask you, like, how can we purchase, Bajan Baby? What do you see? I got mine on Kindle or Amazon. But where else
Yes.
can you purchase?
Well, it is on, as you said, Amazon. Anywhere, all the Amazon sites, they're there. It's on. It will be on Lit for Black Kids. Their website coming soon. It's by Shine. It's
Okay.
with them as well, and I noticed it on Book Depository because it's with Amazon distribution, so it will be in some of the other bookstores, digital online bookstores. Locally, it is at Harrison's Cave. We signed that yesterday.
Lovely.
I didn't post about it yet.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
It's at Harrison's Cave. It's at Gansey, Cloisters Bookstore, Diz Bookstore, My Collections, Barbados, La Coita Gift Shop, which is at Animal Flower Cave in St. Lucie.
Yeah.
Gifts and Things in Sheraton Mall. And it's with Gems Creations. What she does, she creates these baby hampers, gift baskets.
And so
she has it as an add-on. Yes, only by request though. If you want that extra, she makes that available for her clients, which is super awesome.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Right now, GSM, I think it's GSM or GMS products, they're doing a promotion with it for Literacy Month. If you buy a bundle of their Pampers, you get the book at a super discounted price.
Brilliant. I love all the different marketing avenues.
GSM products, yeah.
GSM
products.
Because obviously that's one of the beauties of self-publishing, because you have to take ownership of that marketing and all of that collaboration that you've done within Barbados is brilliant. And so hopefully for people watching who may want to self-publish, it can give them ideas of the type of, you need to collaborate to market your book.
You need to. It's your book. You need to push it. Even though you put it in the bookstore, it's not the bookstore's responsibility to market it for you. That's not their job. They're holding the book for you and they're facilitating sales, but it's your book. You want it out there. Push it, promote it, however you want. I must say though that I have been receiving quite a number of people requesting to review my book for a fee. or put it on their page for a fee, that's a hard no for me. I'm sorry, no. The book is there. If you want to review it, you are welcome to do so. I won't stop you. I'm not paying you to do it. No.
And
no,
that's what, and that's from me at Diaspora Kidslick. We do not ask for payment for review. It's literally we do our research on the books that we want to feature. Sometimes we read a wealth more of books, but we wouldn't feature them for particular reasons. But what we do feature is what has moved us and what we really like. And it's a genuine, it's a genuine thing. And it's more about promoting the wealth of talent for me that is in the diaspora. And that doesn't require payment,
As the payment will come because you're basically extending kindness in this particular way. And if more people thought like that, the world would be such a better place. It'll be so much better. It's for the children. The book is there in many different places. You want your child to read it. There are so many ways you can get a copy of it for them. And I really admire pages that host a multitude of diverse books for children, because it is much needed. Our children deserve it. They really deserve it. They need to see us as successful people. They need to see us as explorers, as discoverers, the doctors, the nurses, the dancers, the sports people, even the garbage truck collectors need to be glorified in books. My children, when they hear the garbage truck, and they get so
beautiful.
excited.
Because
beautiful.
Without them, nothing else works. And that's the whole point. It's like, it isn't about hierarchy. It's about when we get together in humanity. This whole circle, it's a humanity thing. So you were talking about Instagram as one of the ways that you connected with everyone's illustration. So what is your Instagram tag so that people can find Bajan Baby or Cherry Tree as well?
Bajan Baby. The book is Bajan Baby 246. That's on Instagram. I just started a Facebook page with it, so there isn't much there, but I'm trying. And on the other one is Cherry Tree Kids 246. KIDS 246. And that features the reading club, the cats, and the new books that I would read to the children. I usually post on there just so people have an idea of what books are available that the children actually enjoy.
And so you can see that down in the description box. I'll post it in the description box below. Thank you. It's been such a pleasure to
it has been a pleasure too. Thank you so much. I am so honored to be on your show. Thank you so very much. And you're doing a great job. So I do look forward to seeing other titles on your page.
Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The next leg of our journey is taking us to Central America, to Belize. So don't forget to watch out for that one. Remember, if you want to follow us to find a wealth of diverse children's lit titles, you can follow us on Instagram at Diaspora Kidslick. Remember, our children need the gift of reading to inspire them. And it's our young readers that are going to make our future leaders. So let's give them the gifts they need.